Dear Grant, I was 6 the first time I saw Loved Lost. It was in my grandma's house. Before school one morning, Andy and I pleaded with Mum to go and visit Grandma. Thankfully, we lived down the road, and thankfully, my mum is a mummy's girl. So we went. After school, Dee and I asked again to see Grandma, and like I said, Mum's a mama's girl. So she took us again. That night, Mum got a call from her sister. When we got there, Andy and I were quickly shuffled into the sunroom. But I saw her. She laid in front of her favourite chair. She laid in the spot where 5 years earlier I had taken my first steps to her. She laid where I had sat countless Sundays with freshly washed hair and blow-dried hair so that she could brush it. She laid there with my aunt screaming and my mum trying to resuscitate.
Fast forward a few years, I've moved countries, began a new life. 18 at the time. This was my first experience with true love. Jessie was her name. And I was so stupidly head over heels in love with her. We only dated for a short amount of time, but we bonded so quickly. Then, on the 1st of January 2015, she broke up with me. It was the worst fucking pain I've ever felt. It was not only the first time I had been broken up with, but the first time my heart had ever been broken. For months I was a mess. I saw no end to the suffering. It felt like an eternity of pain. Weirdly, it was also the first time my dad had consoled me. I recall him coming into my room when I was crying and he told me about this girl he was in love with before he met my mum. She had broken up with him also. He said that he had felt the same way I was currently feeling, like the pain would never end. He assured me that it would, eventually. It would eventually get better. He couldn't say when, but he knew it would. And then someone better would come around. And he was right. It did get better. And someone else did come around. But it was comforting knowing I wasn't the only person to experience this tremendous pain I was going through.
Action.
I got to watch my mum go through the consequences of making the wrong choice. Knowing that she should have walked away years before. And she didn't. I watched her suffer and break. And I do not want that for myself. I want to make the right choice. I don't want to break, I don't want to suffer, I want it. I want you. I love you.
Stay there. Come in closer. Stay there, sitting up, Jarrad. And remember, now just start again. From there, breathe, put your hands down. If she starts crying and you love her, you're allowed to hold her hand. Alright? You're allowed to comfort her, but don't come across in front of the shot. From the top, Lou, go. Just speak. Look at her, Jarrad.
I don't want to make the wrong choice. I don't want to end up like my mum. I don't want to get hurt. But I love you and I can't take that away. I don't want to take that away.
One more, I love you, breathe. Stay there, I'm coming even tighter. No, stay there, breathe.
Blow my fucking
No,
nose.
no. Looking at a Jarrad. Go. When you're ready.
I can't make it.
So fuck around with it until you find something. I don't care how, just say it. It's not about fine, I don't know what's right or what's wrong, just say the words,
I know.
love
I
you.
physically feel like I'm going to throw up.
Okay, well fuck, I hope you throw up. I fucking hope you throw up. Just try a couple little ones. I love you, I love you, I love you. Just try it, just say something. Go on.
Why do I want to shut down like this? I have a...
Say, I love you. Say it badly. Say it jokingly.
Jag älskar du. Jag älskar du.
What's that?
It's Swedish. Why I love you.
Fucking is Swedish.
I'm gonna be.
Was that the only you know?
No. But it's right now because that's all I can think of. No.
Stop worrying about what you feel. Try and make him feel good. Try and make him feel good. Try and make him, tell him that you love him. I want to see that you love him. Go. Do it. Don't think, just go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Relax.
Fucking so not relaxed right now.
You never are when you're telling someone I love you. Play with it.
Yeah, but I don't know what this looks like.
Doesn't matter what it looks like. It's my job. You just do your
No,
job.
I don't mean. I don't mean.
Oh, you mean that you don't know what the feeling is?
Yeah. Because it just feels scary.
So don't tell me, tell him. Just say, I've never actually said I love you to anyone. Just tell him that. Breathe.
Okay.
And at the end of whatever you're saying,
Say it.
say it. Talk to him.
Telling someone you love them is pretty fucking scary.
Yeah. I mean, I get the concept. I get it in theory, just not in practice.
Do you think if you were telling someone you really did love them that you'd be calm?
Probably not.
Right.
Probably shame myself.
Exactly.
Mm.
And you're pretty fucking scared now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To just talk,
Just to work with
tell a story, and then tell him you love him. Sit back a little bit, Jarrad, please. Just a little bit. There.
I have told
No, back.
a
And
few
look at
girls
her.
I've loved it, like really loved it.
Yeah.
And it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, so why do you do it?
Why do you do anything? It's just a form of affection. Why do you hug them? You don't need to hug them.
I mostly try not to, but
But you do.
yeah.
You don't need to. Is hugging people scary?
No, but it's like you do it.
Okay,
and
now
it's
just
done.
tell him that you've had a crush on him for ages and that you're madly in love with him. Go. Just try it. Just try it.
I have had a crush on you for ages. And I'm in love with you.
It's a relief.
It's a relief.
Yeah.
I think there's lots of ones. But mostly I've just... The level of affection I have been disposed to is a handhold in the supermarket. You spoke about how you were just predisposed to it. Or how you grew up just knowing it was there. I could probably count 3 times I saw my parents kiss.
Yeah, that must be hard.
So when I say I love you, it's very difficult for me. Tell him that now. Just speak. Go.
So when I say I love you, it is very difficult for me.
But I do.
But I do.
Look at him and say I love you. Go. Breathe. Look at him. Go. Keep going. Breathe. Just look at him and say it.
I love you. Fucking hate this.
Play.
The first time I think I was ever in love was this stupid fucking girl in Chelsea. And I don't know if you've ever like been in stupid fucking high school relationships and you get that crappy butterflies feeling in your stomach. Yeah, I had that. Fucking bad. So bad. I was so just in love with her. Like we would send like long text messages all the time. And it just felt good. It just felt right. And then she broke up with me. And it hurt. It fucking hurt a lot. For so long I was like damaged. You kind of get this feeling that like it's never going to end, you know? I'm always going to be stuck in my bedroom crying every day after work forever.
But whenever I see you, tell her.
The stupidest thing. Every single Wednesday, the thing I look forward to the most is riding over that fucking hill over there and seeing your shitty car there. Every time, I'm just going over the hill, hoping to fucking God your car is there. And it is. I love you. Like a lot. And I know that's weird because we've only been doing class together for fucking a few weeks, but just the thought of you is good. It's a good feeling.